Ms. Hinson?
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Ranking Member Bishop for holding this hearing today. Inspector General Fong, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for coming before our committee. I look forward to working with you to make sure you can fulfill your mission for oversight at USDA to ensure that Iowa taxpayer dollars and American taxpayer dollars are being spent efficiently. Throughout the past several years, as you referenced in your opening comments, you've received a lot of additional dollars to these departments. So your work is especially vital to make sure that those dollars are being spent in accountable ways, minimizing the waste associated with that, and ensuring that the department is effectively supporting and protecting American farmers and rural communities like those that I'm proud to represent in Northeast Iowa. So my first question today, USDA is given the important task, of course, of overseeing the purchase of agricultural land by foreign entities under the Agricultural Foreign Investment Disclosure Act, requiring the disclosure of obviously foreign acquisition of American ag land. Failure to report that can result in penalties. And recently, an internal USDA memo revealed that the department did not assess a single penalty for failure to report foreign acquisition of American agricultural land from 2015 to 2018. So we had that 3-year gap there, even as the number of foreign acquisitions increased substantially during that same period. So that is really where my concern lies as we face these increased threats from foreign actors, specifically the CCP. Is your office conducting oversight of the USDA's enforcement of these penalties?
We have become aware of the issue, as you mentioned, and are aware of the work of the Congress on this matter. And I think it's safe to say that we are reviewing the information that we have to determine what we can do to be of assistance. I think that the department is required to file these reports annually. We have not seen the most recent report yet, and we look forward to seeing that, to see if there's been any change in approach since the last one. But
I would just say specifically, that's of huge concern as we're looking to take on this big threat that China faces. We've seen an increase, substantial increase over the last 10 years of their intent to buy our land. So that's something that we would be very interested in knowing what your approach is and what their response has been in making sure that they are actually assessing those penalties and reporting that information. Want to move on to another topic about cybersecurity. Obviously, very important to agriculture, and in recent years we've seen some cyber attacks that target critical infrastructure. They are severely aimed at disrupting our food supply and our energy supply chains as well. In your testimony, you noted your work with USDA to shore up security of information technology resources, but also noted that they are still operating with an ineffective level of security there. So could you briefly describe some of the cybersecurity risks that you may be looking to tackle and who the biggest perpetrators are?
We do, as you mentioned, an annual assessment of the department's cybersecurity profile, and the department continues to be at a less than successful level there. As you might know, as we do those assessments, we go into the different agencies and take a look at their cybersecurity practices to see how vulnerable they might be. We've pointed out many recommendations over the years on things that need to be addressed. There are times when we become aware of cyber incidents through the department or otherwise, and we work very closely with an all-of-government approach to make sure that the department is aware of the situation and addressing it. Steve, I invite you to offer comments if you would like.
So as Phyllis said, we do have a robust approach for assessing information security and technology at the department. One of the things I wanted to highlight was recently in the past year or two, we've also started doing engagement where we're looking at what is the level of sophistication needed for someone to come in and access certain parts of the department. What is the level of sophistication an actor would need to do that? We don't look at it from a perspective of who it is. We look at it as of what could you do to get access to a system or into past the firewalls of USDA. We have a contractor that's working with us, and we have a program now where during the year we periodically go to different parts of the department and do an assessment to look in what would be the sophistication needed for a certain agency. We have a body of work for that. Obviously, because of the nature of it, we don't talk about it publicly because we'd be revealing how somebody could do that. But we have started that work. It has been very productive. It has been received very well by the Office of the Chief Information Officer. So we have modified our approach to act like somebody who is trying to come in. And depending on the agency and depending on different parts of the department, we had varied results and varied successes. And we do dialogue routinely with the Chief Information Officer, sharing our concerns, sharing what we were able to do inside their platform. We tie all of that also with the FISMA work we do in relation to controls. So when Phyllis talked about controls, we cover the aspects of the controls that are needed based on guidelines, but then we also do the real hard testing of posing as somebody coming in trying to do something nefarious in the system.
Well, we're a little sensitive to data breaches here on Capitol Hill, so just please keep us informed if there's anything we need to be doing as the Appropriations Committee there as well. Thank you very much. I yield back.
Thank you, Ms. Lee.
Thank you very much, Mr.